It's sort of like, if you think of this realm that you live in and this realm that we live in as a vibrational realm rather than a physical manifested realm, it helps you to understand this more clearly. And there's plenty in your physical world that you accept as being vibrational. You can't set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98.7 FM. The frequencies have to line up. And the frequency of your vortex is a very high, pure, non-resistant frequency. And if your frequency is set on trouble, then even though the vortex is calling you eternally, always will, as long as that resistance is active within you, you can't go. Now, when you croak, you'll withdraw your attention from this time-space reality, and your resistance won't be active anymore, and the vortex will take you in, and you will experience all of that explosive expansion that you've been accumulating over all of this time. We just don't think you should have to croak to go to the vortex. We think that you should be able to use your ability to focus in a way that causes you to allow yourself to be more of that which you are. Because nothing is more delicious than to be focused in your physical body and to be tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the frequency of who you really are, and having the fullness of all of that blowing through you. So that when you're talking with your grandchildren, you're who you really are. You're loving them unconditionally and seeing their value and talent, you see. When you are tuned in to the frequency of who you are, then anyone that you visit with, you see them in the wholeness of who they are. That's been the secret of masters and healers from the beginning of time. They behold you as you really are, not as you may temporarily be being, as you are depriving yourself of being all that you really are because you're fussing over something, because you've got yourself convinced that reality is the most important thing. The reality that is manifested. The house you live in, the body, how your body looks, how your body feels, your bank account. You think that that is reality. And we say, it is a part of reality. Certainly it is. And we understand why you think it is reality, because you can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. But we want you to know it's a reality that is past tense. It's old news. Once it's manifested, it's a vibrational dinosaur. Once it is manifested, it is about something that is not as important as what's going on in your vortex. That's why, have you ever been in a new relationship and it just felt so good and then it got old? Have you ever been on your way to a new work environment and you felt so exhilarated and excited in the beginning, and then it stopped giving you that feeling? As we watch you, and we've watched all of you, as we see humans in their fantastic exploration and expansion, we notice that the majority of the creation that you do as you create your empires and your relationships and the structures of your life, whether it is personal relationships or global relationships, whether it is monetary empires, whether it is subjects of understanding the philosophy of the world, as you are building these magnificent physical structures and creations, the majority of your work happens before you gather the first board or the first brick or the first computer or the first computer programmer. In other words, the majority of your creation happens before you begin to take any physical action, because there is a vibrational structure, a vibrational grid, a vibrational creation that takes place. We always like it when we have conversations that sort of help you to ease up on your concerns about health, and ease up on your concerns about death, and ease up on your concerns about lovers and money. Anything that causes you to just let go of your grip a little bit gets you into closer vicinity of who you really are. And because we see so clearly what's in your vortex, it is exhilarating to us to anticipate the manifestations from inside the vortex that are on your very close doorstep. In other words, the thing that is the most satisfying to us about your willingness to play with us in these kind of settings is that when you are deliberate about what you want and contemplative of it and willing to deliberately seek relief, deliberately get into the vortex, when you are consciously aware that you have identified desires and that you are consciously aligning with them, making your emotions important to you. When a manifestation occurs, your sense of empowerment just goes off the charts. And that's how you help to empower others, is by discovering your own empowerment and then displaying it. The feeling of worthiness really only ever is fully understood or experienced when life has showed you that you want it, you've recognized that you're not near it, you've done the work to line up with it, and then you've witnessed the manifestation of it. That's when you feel your power. That's when you know who you really are. That's when you are being who you came here to be, and you are allowing all that is to flow through you in this powerful moment. We feel enormous appreciation for your willingness not just to participate with us in this forum where what you want has summoned in a very clear and strong way here today, but your willingness to participate in this life experience altogether. Your willingness to come into an environment and be surrounded by contrast for the express purpose of joyous eternal expansion.